short intros are the best intros. So without further ado, we're going to get things started. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you have been here before, or welcome if it's your first time dropping by. I want to thank you all so much for your well wishes, your kindness, your support, your sweet comments, and a special shout out to Boom. I hope I'm saying this right. Is it Malin Ekblad or Malin Ekblad? I'm not sure. In any event, I want to thank Malin or Malin so very much for the extremely generous gift that you made to the channel and to myself. It was totally unexpected. It was only the second time I've ever received a donation on the channel. I don't come out and ask for them, and I won't ever do so. But for those for whom the spirit moves, I will tell you that I am holding on to the names of anyone who does make a donation to the channel. And at the end of every month, on the last day of every month, I'm going to do a drawing with those names. And if your name is chosen by random selection, you will win a private reading with me as my way of giving back to you for giving. Anyway, guys, so I'm feeling better. I am cautiously optimistic in saying that I hope to be here for you much more frequently than I have been, especially over the last few weeks. But I want to come back with a lot of noise today, or okay, a little noise, just a little bit. I want to talk about two things in this video. First, I cannot not talk about Hank Brennan, the former defense attorney who has now teamed up with the prosecution and who is prepared to represent the state in the Commonwealth versus Karen Read, Part 2, in January, allegedly. Now, the reason I say allegedly, guys, is because I keep getting the message channeled psychically that either it won't happen or that there will be a delay. Now, I could be wrong. I'm going to check back periodically with reference to that message that I received. But if it is delayed, it could have what to do with the fact that Karen Read has filed an appeal. And I'm very curious as to what's going to go on there with that whole thing. So Karen Read has filed an appeal. There's a new face, or there will be a new face, projectively speaking, sitting at that prosecution table. Now, I am not 100% certain if Lally is still going to be sitting there. If you know, let me know. However, if you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy that potentially we won't be hearing what, if anything, anymore, potentially, leave some clapping hands, leave some applause emojis in the comment section down below. No offense to Adam Lally, but you know, we've been there, done that, right guys? Been there, done that. So I want to look at what this could mean for the next trial, should there actually be one for Miss Read. So I'm going to pull hopefully no more than 3 to 5 cards on that, on Hank Brennan. And then quite a few of you have messaged me and asked me to, I guess, psychically opine on the Madeline Soto case. I do have some very strong feelings around Jenn SoDo. And they have been channeled to me whether I want them or not, guys. And I'm going to share them with you today. Uncensored, well, maybe slightly censored. But we'll begin first by clearing the energy of this deck. This is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. This is the only deck I'm going to be using today. Here we go, guys. You know the drill. Right, so We did have 3 come out. I sort of helped them along in a sense, but of course I cannot see which cards they are. And we have the 8 of Wands, okay? No surprise here, guys. The 8 showing up right out of the gate for the reading with reference to Karen Reed, because we are still in the energy of the McAlbert 8 here. And 8 there will be. 8 energies there will be, at the very least, who are poised and ready to roll should this trial come to be. And will these be those same 8 players that got up there on the stand and basically lied their beep off? Because I'm going to tell you what, guys, what I did during my absence, what I did was I watched back some of the testimonies that I had missed while the first trial was going on. I watched them back. I watched back some of the absolute joke of the witnesses that the prosecution put forward. And I got mad. I got so mad. Because how in the world could anyone have not been able to see through them? The inconsistencies, the I don't remembers, the I don't recalls, the but dials, the assertions that were just ridiculous in every way, shape, or form. I was so enraged watching that I'm glad I didn't watch the full extent of it the first time around. So I think what this card is telling me is that Mr. Brennan is going to do his homework with respect to interviewing and speaking to the McAlbert 8, because, you know, they're still hanging around. They're just flying through the air like the little monkeys they are, like the witches' monkeys in Emerald City. So we've got the 8 of Wands here. New passion, new energy, new inspiration, perhaps coming in from Mr. Brennan. Yep, here he is, the King of Wands. Look out world. This most definitely represents Hank Brennan's energy. He is a former defense attorney. From what I have heard thus far, he is a pretty hot number. I understand that he is an attorney that goes at it with fire around him. I understand that he was someone who defended a serial killer, and you would have to be a special sort of someone to do that. And whatever, I'll just hold my own personal thoughts aside for the moment. But yeah, the King of Wands, the 8 of Wands teamed up with the King of Wands. So the McAlberts, they've got themselves a new king, haven't they? And they are absolutely thrilled with this, and they are hoping and praying and sending all of their evil vibes out into the universe, and deeply, deeply desiring this trial to take place in January. But with the appeal now having been filed by Miss Reed, I don't know if it's going to happen. But should it, we have this new energy, this fiery energy. And this man is about to beat that drum really loudly. Because from what I am hearing psychically, Mr. Brennan is the anti-Lally, where Lally was melodic and soft and almost lulled you into the recesses of your brain where you couldn't help but scream to try to escape from. This guy isn't going to let up. This guy is going to keep it coming. He is not going to let anything cool down, even for one moment. All right, that is what I'm hearing. As I am speaking of his energy, I'm getting a fierce headache between my eyes, like a migraine. So this man is going to be a headache for the defense team. Yes, he is. Most certainly. Most certainly. Let's see what else we have here. These Seven of Cups, decisions, 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 guys. There are decisions and choices that will have to be made. And I feel as though there will be at least 7 people who are going to team up for the prosecution, who are going to be instrumental in determining the next steps that will be taken. But how I see it here is that there's only going to be one right choice, one right decision. Is this the one they're making right now by going forward, by moving forward with this man, Mr. Brennan, Attorney Brennan at the helm? I think they are going to go full steam ahead with this decision, and they're going to rely on him very heavily to make all the decisions as the case moves along. I'm almost hearing that Lally is going to give up in a sense that where control is concerned, where major decisions are concerned, he is going to defer to the wonderful King of Wands himself, Hank Brennan. Now, will this present a unique challenge? Will it really present a unique challenge to Karen Reed's team? Will they be outdone by this man? I'm going to reserve that answer for another video when I do a deep dive as we get closer to the case. But as of now, I see this man coming in with fire blazing. He's looking to make a lot of noise. He's looking for a big presence. He's looking to be like a showman. He's definitely going to be a showman. He's not going to be walking in with a soft and delicate presence. He's going to make himself known in a very bold way, as are the wonderful McAlbert 8. They haven't gone away. They won't go away. And they're probably prepared to double down on every ridiculous lie that they told after they swore to tell the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. All right, so that's my little mini reading on Hank Brennan and what we can expect. This is just a brief synopsis. I'm going to put these cards back, reshuffle, and I'm going to tell you guys what I think about Jennifer Soto. Here we go. And I can already tell this is exactly what I want to show you about this woman, this so-called mother, Jenn Soto. Let me begin by saying, guys, that I have not been following this case because from what I have seen, from what I've been able to hear and what I haven't been able to avoid, I understand that this amazing young woman was treated in a horrific manner by her mother's boyfriend. I won't even say his name because I don't even want it to pass my lips, because he is a monster. He is a monster. And what he did to that young girl is absolutely beyond horrific. And I can only hope that when karma comes calling for him, it spares no expense and he gets the full treatment. Think about it, okay? Think about that one. But what of Madeline's mother? alleged mother, because in my mind, no mother in her right mind would allow her daughter to be in the presence of someone like her boyfriend. She would not allow her daughter to have been in compromising positions with him. And she most certainly would not be covering for him. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am infuriated. I'm infuriated. I listened to about maybe 5 minutes of her interrogation, I believe it was. And I was physically made ill. Physically made ill. This woman, the Seven of Swords, guys, this is deception. And I want you to look at this card, especially, because this is the snake of deception. And she has these eggs here. These eggs. She's holding this one close to her chest, representative of her child. The deception that she is concocting and pretending, acting as if with her own flesh and blood. Oh, you guys. She is as guilty as the day is long. She is more guilty than, or equally, let me put it this way, she is equally as guilty as her boyfriend and should be subject to the same scrutiny, the same jail time, the same everything, okay? Because not only did she turn a blind eye, and does she have the unmitigated gall to sit there now and act like she is shocked by any of this? Come on, lady. No, you're not. Because you are the queen of deception, the Seven of Swords. You're the queen of deception. You're playing here with the Nine of Cups. You want to act like you're this mother who had this love for your daughter, even though, in her own words, they had issues. She talks about issues that she had with her daughter. She talks about this after she learned that her daughter was no longer alive. Who does this? This is who does this. Someone who's guilty. Not somebody who has affection or love for their child. Not somebody who has action in their heart space. This call to action. The only call to action that this woman has answered is that of protecting her own heart, that of protecting her own body, her own safety. Okay? Jenn Soto is lying, because there is absolutely no doubt in my mind that that woman knew exactly what was going on. She knew, and she did nothing to stop it. In fact, she served her daughter up on a silver platter to the monster she lived with. To the monster she lived with. To her lover. To her lover, okay? She served her up. Ah, you guys, okay? And look at them in disguise. This beautiful couple. Honest to goodness, you guys, because look, we have the death card that comes up here. And when I am doing a true crime reading, the death card means death. The lovers connected to this child's passing. Because it didn't matter. It didn't matter to either one of them. And it still doesn't matter to her. I don't care if she cries, if she rants, if she raves, if she pretends to be the most grief-stricken mother in the world. She's lying. Because these two and this, there are no accidents in tarot, guys. These cards are meant to be right here, right beside one another. and the King of Swords. Okay? There is someone watching right now. And with any luck, this King of Swords is looking very closely at Jenn Soto. And I'm hoping that this is justice that will be coming after her. Because let me tell you what, if that woman isn't held accountable for her role in this here, I give up. I give up. Then there truly is no justice. Then our justice system is broken. Now, we do know that it is broken, because if it weren't broken, I'm going to just jimmy back quick to the Karen Reed case. If it weren't broken, Judge Beverly would be the one who's skedaddling, not Lally, because she shouldn't be there. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. I looked into that too, guys, while I was on my hiatus. And Judge Beverly was so closely linked. There were so many things that had to be overlooked in order for her to sit at that bench. And who was behind that? Mr. Morrissey. Allegedly, I'll give you that much, just because I have to. And this whole business now, with Brennan coming in, has Morrissey's name written all over it as well. So we do know that the criminal justice system is broken. But if this beast of a so-called mother is not held accountable in some way, shape, or form, this is my only hope, that there is someone out there who is shrewd enough to see through her and to want to put her in a jail cell and put her away for the rest of her ever-loving life. She can cling to her heart as much as she wants. She can cling to her false narrative as much as she wants. But I'm going to tell you what. I don't believe it. Psychically or in every other way or any other way. She's lying, and the universe is proving it right here. The divine is saying so. I told you guys. I told you I was coming back, and I was coming back strong myself today. And I want to thank you all so much for watching and for your patience, your support, your kindness. And I hope to see you here in my next video. Friends, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you have that notification bell clicked and set to all so you don't miss anything that is coming up ahead on the channel. I truly appreciate each and every one of you.